Welcome back to Breakout. So today I thought we'd do some basically some changes and change things around and get into AE2 a little bit. We've got this magmatic dynamo here, which is feeding into our energy cell basic, and then it should be fed by this ender tank, but that's not actually feeding in for some reason. You can see there's no lava here, so I'm just going to just pop this on top and see if that actually solves it. So I'll spin this around. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to want to feed sideways. Okay, I guess that'll work, but I was hoping to be able to put stuff there. Never mind. So that's all working, and we've now got a power source that is not based on canola oil. It's just based on lava, which is fine because we're transporting lava around in other places as well. Now let me just get this out of the way and put that down there for a minute. Okay, so we need to get on with AE2. I've got all four of the logic press, all four of the presses, I should say, and then we just need inscribers. Although I'm not sure whether we're actually going to need many inscribers. It may be just best to make a few. We do actually need fluix, however. Now, I mentioned last episode, but you're going to need some charged surface quartz, nether quartz, and redstone dust, and we get fluix crystals. So we're going to need to charge some of those. So we also need some nether quartz. And we're going to need, whoops, that is the storage room. Yeah, nether quartz. Where are you? There you are. And redstone. And then we just need some water somewhere. So, do I have any water on me? Usually I don't. So let's just go and grab some. There we go. Let's grab some water. And we can put it anywhere. Let's just go through this direction. And for now, we'll just fill it. Let's put it down here. It'll do for a moment. Okay. So, that's not a pool of water, but if we put this down the back, that should stop it from flowing. And then we can throw stuff in. So 1, 2, and 3. And back away, and it should turn into fluix for us. Yeah, easy process. 12 fluix. Yeah, okay, and that can go in there. Oh, we're going to want some inscribers, aren't we? So I think I already got some sticky pistons from breaking these in here. These, you get 4 per corner, so we should end up with 16 sticky pistons somewhere. I may have used some, but that should have those. And the rest is just iron, so we should be able to go good to go, unless I've not stored them anywhere. Where have we got sticky pistons? Let's just look. There's 8, so... that should be enough for 4 inscribers, which is actually going to be enough, so I don't need to do anything else. And I just need lots of iron, really, so let's just grab some iron. We're up to 10 stacks of iron. It's all automatic at this point, so we don't have to do anything else. There's 6 inscribers, I guess, rather than 4, but okay, fair enough. We'll just use them up as normal. So the 6 inscribers, we don't really have any way of dealing with them at the moment. So is there anything in there? Oh, that's the AE2 stuff. And can I move these? I don't think I can. Can I move them? I can move them. Good. You're going over here. Okay. And then we'll just put our inscribers down for the moment. And can't really dig around them. I may have to move these in slightly. Yeah, let's move them in slightly. Let's just put them like, whoops, like that, just so I can get behind them. And then let's just put the rest of them in front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may only need 4 to get started, but the 5th one is usually for the product of any of the others. So what's going to happen here is we're going to need to get those presses, and we'll have one of these dedicated for each press. So that's 4 out of 5. So calculation we'll put in there. Then engineering, yep. Logic, which is the gold one. And then silicon can go left. So we have all 4 presses, and these will make the first components. And those components combine together in, let's say, this one to make the final thing. So for this, it's going to be this quest here. And it's over on the right-hand side of the crossroads tree. Is it crossroads? Yeah, it's crossroads. And then we just need to make one of each of those, and then we just need to make the processors, which is the previous ones. So we need to get some silicon going, and then we need some surface quartz, some gold, and some diamonds, and that should be enough. So let's just look at printed, just to make sure there isn't any complicated recipes for this one. It should be, yeah, it's just straightforward. And To get them going, what we're also going to do is, because until you get more complicated automation, you can just get away with chests and hoppers. So let's just get some hoppers sorted out. Okay, and we'll just feed these hoppers into the back for the moment. I'll probably replace this with Ender.io item conduits, to be honest. They feed into the back slot, so you still have to take them out or put them into something else. So let's just, I don't know, can't really get to them this way. I should really just go with Ender.io conduit, shouldn't I? Rather than doing anything else. I've only got 3 of them left. I need to go make some more, clearly. Okay, I'll just start feeding them in from this side for the moment. So I want to feed in... it's going to be silicon for this one, so let's ignore that one. Calculation is going to be the Certus quartz. So wherever I've put Certus quartz, should be some in the system. We've got 30. Yeah, clearly I need to set up something dedicated for that, but let's just feed those in the back. There we go. And you'll see nothing's happening right now. It's just because it doesn't have any power. We're about to change that in a second. We will need to get some energy acceptor. Well, the energy acceptor is receiving power from this. We will need to get this into proper cable. So let's just have a look. What does it take to make glass cable for this? Glass cable is going to be the flux crystals, and it's going to be quartz fibers, which is Certus quartz dust or nether quartz dust, and just regular boring old glass. So let's just get some of that sorted. How much is nether quartz? We've got a full stack of that, so we can afford to get a little bit of that going. And then how about glass? We've got 22. Let's just grab that. And then we'll just go and put them through the sag mill. So there's the nether quartz. That'll take a few seconds to finish, and then we'll go and make up some glass cable with that. We won't need to worry about the more expensive and complicated smart cable yet, but that'll be something we do later. Okay, cable made up, and I'll put that down. Let's just grab some silicon from here. Well, I'm going to need, I guess, 4 to start. So this is, oh no, 3 to start will probably be fine. We'll just grab it from here and dump it into one of these hoppers. It's going to be this end one. Drop that in there. You'll see underneath it's all cabled with glass cable now, and we have our presses as normal in here. They get converted. This one is the special one, which we're going to need to talk about in a second. This is just going to make printed silicon. Then we've got printed engineering circuits and printed logic circuits. So all fine so far. And that is 3 of the 4 requirements for this first stage of the quest. The last one is printed calculation circuits, and that's the weird one, because this thing it will only take pure Certus quartz crystals. And we don't have a crystal growth chamber, unfortunately, in this pack, so we're going to have to go by the old way of doing it. At least unless I make this phytogenic insulator. That's a possibility. Although this, I'm not sure if that actually means if it's sunlight needed or not. We don't have sunlight, so yeah. I may well make one. What does it cost to make one? Dirt, copper gears, redstone reception coil, lumium. Lumium we have some of. Yeah, we made some. Yeah, we got lumium. Good. That should be quite straightforward to make then. Let's actually just try it. Why not? Let's get that going. There's some more mana coming our way. A couple of pieces of dirt. I know I have some in here. And then the phytogenic phyto. Let's just add it. Phyto. There we go. So lumium gear, machine frame, some copper gears, redstone reception coils, etc. They're going to be straightforward. So let's grab that, a couple of you, and make a reception coil. And then I just want a copper, and that'll make some more gears. There's our aluminum gear. There's our other 2. And then finally the machine frame is a tin gear, some glass, which I need to make more of. How much sand do I have left? Well, enough to make a few, but not a huge amount. I should make more of that. 4, and then I want some tin as well. Tin. Where's my tin? There we go. Lots of gears, it seems, but should get us going. And I've got 4 actual glass in my inventory, so that might actually be enough to do this. Let's grab you. Okay, I'm ready to go. So we need a machine frame and everything else. So this is going to need some power. Is there any power available there? Well, sort of. Needs a bit of cable, but other than that, And then we'll just put this down. It's got power. Good. And then we're just going to unlock that socket. That's fine. And then let's go back to the pure Certus again. So pure Certus. So we need to make the seed first of all, and then that will be combined with glowstone dust, and it's going to need some water. So yeah, maybe I better move this across to somewhere there's infinite water, but it should be sand and Certus quartz dust. So let's grab some Certus quartz. Let's just get. I've got 18 of you. How many are we going to need? Yeah, I'll convert them all. Actually, I'm going to convert them all, and we need to get more sand. I'll just put that back. Okay, and let's just segmill these down. Really quick to do so. And then we'll make seeds with them, and that won't take it very long. And then we'll throw them into some, well, we normally throw them into water, but we should be able to use this instead. Let's grab you. And both of those, whoops, not that. Both of those can go in. Make seeds, and then we also going to need 36 glowstone as well. Do we have enough glowstone? We do. That's more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put you away. And then give you a start, hopefully. Are you going to convert? You see, this is where it's got this sun symbol. And the fact it's got a sun symbol sort of implies that it's going to need sunlight, and there's no way for us to get sunlight, so very odd. Although I thought that was one of the quests. Is it not one of the quests? No, maybe not. Oh yeah, no, that's something different. That's reproducing flowers. We get some other stuff for that. That's fine. I thought that was a quest. Well, maybe it's in a different pack. Fine. Okay, so that approach is not going to work. So we're going to have to go with the other approach, which unfortunately is the old approach of using one of these crystal growth accelerators. And we only have one to start, so we should probably just put it right about there. Okay, and then why don't you attach? Is it because you're not flat? Let me just put you down so you are flat then. Needs to go point straight down. There we go. That's working. And then let's just put the carpet back. And then we'll just basically break that. And then, aside from being able to need to get out there, we'll be able to put some kind of water in there. Do I still have the water? No. Let's go and grab another bucket. And from that, we'll be able to then grow these seeds. They don't despawn, so you can just leave them in there. But you will need to obviously have some mechanism for picking them back up again. For the moment, I don't, so I'm just going to deal with it. But let's drop them in. And that does take a while, but not as much as it would if you didn't have any accelerator. If you didn't have an accelerator, that would be there for quite some time. So all you need to leave them. And that's literally the worst spot I could have chosen, isn't it? I probably want to put them here instead. Yeah, why don't we just put them here instead? Let's just grab you and you. And let's put them in an accessible area this time. And put the carpet back, always. There we go. Then we can just maybe put the carpet back as the step. Fair enough. So in here, what are they up to already? They're up to 2%, so they do take a little while to actually grow, but there is 36 of them on at once, so yeah, you got to take it where you can take, you know, wherever you can. So with that done, we then just need the rest of the quests for the E2. So we need that calculation circuit. We need at least one of them. We can't do that until, well, we can't do the rest of these until that's done. But we can do the other two. That should need a couple of pieces of redstone. Then we just need silicon, redstone, and then engineering circuits or whatever else we want to combine them into. And we just put redstone in the back. If we've got another hopper. Yeah, redstone is kind of the fuel, so we just put it in the back of these. And there we go, one engineering processor. And printed silicon, and one logic processor. Okay, and here's a much improved setup. We've got Ender IO conduits pulling out of all the bottom, just indiscriminately, not doing anything with it. So they're going around and back here, and going to go into here, basically. Nothing changes there. Yep. These don't necessarily have to have any kind of extract. I left them on, but you don't have to have that. So let me just actually clarify this just by turning the extract off for a second. extract, because they can't really pull anything out of the back that we really want to deal with. Each of these in the back have got the basic item filter with whitelist to the actual ingredient that we want that goes into the middle. So the middle ingredient goes in here, and it's going to get pulled from this chest as well. Going to get processed, pulled out the bottom, and back into the chest. Straightforward, hopefully. And they are sided, so you are going to need to pull from the bottom. This is with the advantage of the advanced inscribers. If you have AE2 stuff in your mod pack, that's what will happen. But these, we're going to have to feed in power into a set side, or at least that's the only side we've really got left because of the compactness of this. And then over here, we've got a couple of extra inscribers. I need to just get that out of the back. We don't need that anymore, or we won't need it very shortly. So what we're really going to do then is just configure this so the top, middle, and bottom of this are all configured to with whitelist filters as well. I've got some paper. I need a few more hoppers to actually sort that out, but otherwise that is going to be straightforward with item conduit. Other than the fact we need power here, so we need to be a little bit careful with how we feed power in. And there's not much of an option here. We're going to have to go over the top and back down, I think, other than this, because we can't really get the power in over here any other way, because I need that side. Okay, and I need, don't necessarily need it to feed into that chest, but we may as well, I guess. I'm going to need the back side. Okay, so we're going to need the top as well. So tops. So that only leaves the left and right side for power, and I'm going to need to connect it to both of them, unless I just go for one to start with, I suppose. But we may want more than one, so I'm going to have to just go straight up and across, I think. I'm sort of running out of cable, so I won't have room to do that, but I'll lay out the cable anyway. And we need to go up 2, and then we can go across like that over the top, and then I should have enough room to walk through here. So yeah, we need to sort out the rest with the item conduit and connect everything up. So let's just go this way. And doesn't really much matter how we connect at the bottom, but I'll leave enough room for me to get in the back and turn that off. Yeah, we've got plenty of end dryer conduit, doesn't really much matter there. And then we'll just configure those with certain filters. Now the filters, we're just going to be able to use these. We'll be able to just grab this printed silicon, the printed logic, and set them up. For now, however, I'm just going to complete the quest. So the quest is rather easy. We can just complete this manually. And I also need to supply redstone. Is it redstone? I think it is still redstone. Uses? Yeah, it is still redstone. Good. Yep. And we'll just feed that into there. So that will make up... get this the right way around, it will. And if it has power, it will. Let me just take that back around a second. I'll get some more cable made. I've finished up here. This is not enough. I need more of these. So that's going to be a simple one to actually do. But I'm just going to need 2 of them. So I'm just going to make 2 Fluix blocks. And we'll use the Fluix blocks to make crystal growth accelerators. That needs some more glass cable, unfortunately, and some quartz glass, which is a straightforward recipe. Again, we'll actually have some more quartz. So in the meantime, I need to make more of this quartz fiber. And I think I have a little bit more. So I guess I could make a little bit more here. But I'm going to end up making more of the other thing as well. So let's just get this going and feed power in here. And you're going to give me some power. There we go. That will do. You're all powered up, so I should be able to just make the quest ingredients. There it goes. So that should make one of the processors. And we can swap that out in a second. So you can go away. And then I just want the same ingredients again, but this one. And that should get done. And finally, the printed engineering circuit will make an engineering processor. Like that. And I've just got enough space in my inventory as usual to take that. All right, that should be the quest complete, hopefully. Yep, processors. So that's this one down here, and we get some of the printed circuits as well. I will also end up with some, likely some silicon in my inventory, but we can already use that up. So for the moment, I'm just going to dump all this stuff in here. And that's all the processors. That silicon should get dragged out automatically in a second or two into this end one. Why are you not processing? You out of power? No, you shouldn't be out of power. You should be processing if you have power. Am I being Oh, yeah, I've configured the filters incorrectly. That's the calculation. That's the silicon. Yeah, I've configured the filters incorrectly at the back. Yeah, don't do that. Just set the filters up correctly, and you'll have a much better time. In fact, what we can do with that, we can put it here. That's much better. Lets me get over the back, and all we need to do on the input side is just accept stuff and extract stuff, and then that should sort itself out. What have I done here? This is supposed to be the pure. Is it pure or regular Certus quartz? Calculation. It's the pure kind, so I just need to reconfigure that to be pure like this. Have I got the other filters set up correctly? That one's diamond, that one's gold, and this one should be, yeah, that's also configured correctly. That's the silicon press. That's the thing that needs the silicon. So there we go. And there it goes. So it's off, and it's going to start converting stuff. It should start feeding stuff in there once I put some of this in. There we go. Yeah, and off it goes. Good, that's all going to start processing all the simple sort of printed circuits, and I'll sort out this later. Same process, it's just that you configure the top to be the printed circuit, the bottom to be the other printed circuit, and where you go. So I'm not going to worry about it, and I will do the rest off camera. I need to go and make some more cable. And I think everything's set up this side as well. So we've got all this stuff in Ender.io going back into here. So if I just dump in, let's say, let's just put all the printed silicon in, that should start getting taken. I would have thought, if I'd turn this on, that is. Now it should start getting taken. Yep, 34. So you'll see both of the bottoms filled up. If we dump in, let's just get some redstone. That can go in there. That should start getting filled. Yep. And then finally, the circuits themselves. So we just need to put in this, this, and this. And they should start getting processed. There we go. And if they've got power, they should get made. There we go. Yep, they're being made. And they should be starting to go back in here. Let's just see. Yep, I think. Yep, there we go. Some logic. So this one is sharing calculation and engineering. And this one is got the logic one. I would put a third one. I've just run out of room. So we don't have three independent, but give me a break. I've only got so much room in here. I suppose we could go upwards, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about it for now. I guess we could go upwards, actually. It's 2 spaces there that we could fill. Regardless, that's pretty much the inscriber set up to automatically produce, and they will produce as long as I put all the ingredients in this box. And later on we could, connect that to an AE2 system. But for now, we have all the inscribers done. We have the fluix done, and then we just need to get these other 2 types of things, pure fluix crystals and pure nether quartz crystals. I'd added these extra couple of crystal growth accelerators. Note that they will pass through current through the cables, but only through the flat sides. These are the sides, these are the top and bottom. So it's only the top and bottom, if you like. They're just stacked sideways right now so that you can pass through like this. And if you have a ring of them, you get all 4 like that and then just connect to one corner. It's just that I've got all this in the way. So do I have room behind that? I sort of have room, I think. Yeah, I need to get back there somehow, but assuming I can, I suppose I could relocate this sort of stuff over on this side, and we have the possibility to do a few things. Let me just rearrange that a little bit. Okay, that's all neatly arranged. We've got all the power down the back, and then we've got 4 crystal growth accelerators here, and I've just put the charger up here. It just feeds straight into this box anyway, so that is straightforward to actually do. If I want more charged, I just get whatever I want, dump them in here, and they will start charging and get pulled into here. There's our charge, and we can then use the charge to make more fluix. So that's straightforward. We can obviously use that water for that fluix, so we don't actually need the one in this anymore. We can just use that one. And we've got everything going, at least for this first section. I'm just going to make the pure fluix. Let's just check what we need to do to make those, and let's just see how fast this is by comparison. So pure fluix. So we ignore the phytogenic. That doesn't work, or at least maybe I'm misunderstanding what that sunlight thing means, but I thought it's during daytime. I thought it would have to see the sun, but if it is just regular daytime, I can't tell whether it's day or not. So let's go with another way. Drop a fluix seed made from a fluix, dust, and sand. So fluix, dust, and sand, fine. And the same thing, presumably, for the nether quartz is going to be nether quartz, dust, and sand. Yep. So we're just going to crunch down. Let's just get, I don't know, about 8 of you. And nether quartz dust, I've got 5, so let's just get another 5. Whoops. Okay, and let's just sagmold those. And I've got plenty of sand from the fishery, so I'd recommend you definitely keep up with the fishery. Oh, we've got plenty of that, actually. Let's just actually cancel that for a second and just put the flukes through. Okay, so 5 of you and 5 of you. And then we'll just get some sand from here. A couple of stacks from the fishery. Yep, definitely worthwhile doing. So, yeah, we'll go. That can go up there. So that gets us 10 of those seeds, and this should get 10 of these seeds. And let me just pop that in here. Both of them. I need to take my magnet off. Otherwise, that rips them right back out again. There's nothing I can do about that. And I just drop them in. And we'll see how long it takes. So back in a second after I've timed it. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to make a range collector. I want to see if a range collector has a filter on it. Because if I can get it to filter only the pure stuff and collect stuff, that will be pretty much amazing. So if we grab this, whitelist. Yeah, so whitelist and respecting metadata. Interesting. That ripped them straight out of here already. Okay, so if I just grab this and then this, what we should be able to do is make a few more. Let's just make this sand stuff with a couple more of these. And then that shouldn't pull them immediately. Yep, there we go, crystalline growths. That should only pull them once they're complete. So, yeah, that's fine. And I guess what I can also do from that is just hook this up to the system as well. So we will extract all. And that will... Does that allow for inserting? It does not allow for inserting. So that should cause this. If can I put the stuff in here? Will you get extracted? You will get extracted. Will you go into my box? You will. So that's pretty much automatic at this particular point, which is good. It's exactly what I want to happen. And we have that pretty much all set up. All I need to do is dump stuff in there manually. Now, there is a better way of doing this. If you're into AE2 already, if you're following along, if you want to do this in a better way, what you want to do is raise this up a level. And you want an annihilation plane and a formation plane. The annihilation plane you put on the bottom, and you can basically set it to filter, and you only filter out these to be absorbed. And then the formation plane on the top basically creates the seeds. And then the seeds get created on the top, drop into the water. Once they change, they drop into the annihilation plane and they go back into your system. Very, very cool way of doing it. If we get to that in this pack, I will do it. But if you've done it before, I'm sure you know what I mean. If you haven't done it before, I will show you if we get to it. Promise. But otherwise, if you've got any questions about it, feel free to put them down in the comments. So that is that. We get 12 more fluids crystals, which I'm happy about. And then there is ultimate control. The ME controller. Yes, we've already got some glass cable. What's the ME controller in this pack? You don't always need an ME controller for an early game AE2 stuff, because you can get up to 8 devices on a cable at once before you need a controller. And by 8 devices, I mean 8 devices that need data. If they just need power, they don't count. So we just need skystone blocks, engineering processor, and pure fluix crystal, which is good because that's what we just made. We need some skystone then, and just convert that over just by putting it in a smelter. Are you skystone? You are not. You're obsidian. Are you skystone? Yes, you are. So let's just get 8 of that, and we'll just dump that into our alloy furnace. Alloy smelter even. There we go. Skystone blocks, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just need to grab everything else, so that can go there. We want an engineering processor from our box. And then we want 4 of these fluix crystals. And you can see how quickly it got done there with those 4 that we just dumped in while it was actually processing. So this thing is really quite fast. There is probably worthwhile getting me to do the pure Certus quartz seeds. Did you not just fall in? Pure Certus quartz seeds, and we'll get that added to the range collector as well. So that's everything we need for the controller, I would imagine. Yep, 1 controller. That gets us started. You gonna get me the quest? Oh, wait, hang on. We have a second page. Oh, ME drives. Fine. I suppose we have to do them at some point. At this point, the only thing I'd say is that I'm sort of running out of room. Again, what I probably will do is maybe put the ME controller and drives here, I want to say. We don't necessarily need the controller anywhere. We can bring that cable underneath here, so I can put the controller here for now. And then we can just go underneath. And this should send power and everything else that way, so no problems. Where's the cable? Unfortunately, a pack like this where you've got limited room is just one of those things. You're just going to have a die wire everywhere. Yep, unfortunately. Don't like it, but it's certainly something that we need to do. And then we need to perhaps consider starting on this. So the singularity then, if we just go into that singularity, we need to craft, what is it we need to craft? The matter condenser, and that's going to be really quite simple. Yeah, so we should start that as soon as possible. Let's just grab ourselves one fluix crystal, which I've got, and whoops. Well, we've got everything else. That's easy. We just need some fluix dust. Yeah, just one. And we need some glass, but that's quite straightforward. Just give me a couple pieces of sand or something. Can't believe I've used the polar glass already. I put a full stack through a short while ago. There we go. So, one matter condenser. And this thing is going to just condense whatever we put into it. So, I think I have an upgraded cobble generator somewhere. And that's the thing we actually need. So, let's just look for cobble gen. Cobble. And just put that on select mode. Do I have one around somewhere? I have two. Cobblestone generator. We need to upgrade them as much as possible. So iron, diamond, blaze rod I don't have, but we can go to diamond stage if I've got enough diamonds. I have 4 diamonds. Okay, we can go to iron stage. Have we got enough iron? Yeah, let's just go to iron and make 2 of those. Yeah, let's get out of that. The mode, and I probably should have enough to get some more diamonds, to be honest, because the rest of them will be downstairs. They'll be automatically filtered out with our sieves. Here they are. So if we just grab a stack of that, that should make us diamonds. 5 of, and I can just grab 3 more from when I get to the right room. 1, 2, 3. And then we will upgrade one of the cobblestone generators with the diamond. And I'll probably upgrade the other one as well. In the meantime, what I can do with that is, if I've got a spare space somewhere, yeah, let me just just stack this on top of there. Maybe there, although that's a bit in the way. Do I have some other space? I suppose I can put it back there. Yeah. This needs to be added to the filter. Okay, and if that gets there, yeah, it gets picked up. Good, good. And later you can put a glass cover over that if you've got some way of getting the stuff in there, but for now that's fine. So matter condenser, we need to put this probably there and have the cobble generator below it. I think it puts into inventories above it, or at least it tries to. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm also going to need to make the 64K drive for that, so let's just see if I can manually put stuff in here. Did that take? Maybe that just doesn't go anywhere unless the drive's in there. Okay, I was expecting just to hold until I got the drive. That's fine. So we need to make the rest of that. Let me just check on time. We may have to split this across 2 episodes. Yeah, unfortunately, we are up to half an hour, and I don't want to go on too long. People easily lose interest if you go on for an hour or so doing this. So we are going to need to get 64K drives. That's not going to be too hard, I don't think. We need the ME drives anyway, so it would be nice to be able to craft drives. And that'll get us towards auto crafting as well. ME crafting down here on the right-hand side. So it's going to ask us to... We don't have to make any specific size of drives, but let's just look at... just make sure the 64K drives are not out of the ballpark. We need... I think it's the storage components, actually, for the singularity. Let me just check. Singularity. There we go. Yeah, it's the storage component you need, not the drive. But we're going to use the drives for everything else, so we may as well look at the drives. Cells, that is. So that is the usual recipe, quartz, redstone, to make the drive. But to make the storage component itself, lots of glowstone, calculation, lots of glowstone, lots of redstone, and pure Certus quartz, or regular Certus quartz. Any kind of Certus quartz is fine. That shouldn't actually be that hard to make, although remember, you need 3 for each level up. So 3 of that, then 3 of those, so 9 of the previous, then 27 of the previous, etc., to get to the top tier. But we are getting the resources automatically, so I don't have quite enough glowstone to do that yet, but we can certainly generate it. If I remember rightly, wasn't the glowstone sievable? It is sievable. It's from dust. And you can make dust, I think, automatically through the sag mill. You don't need to use like a manual hammer anymore. If you go from that, although it does show up as only hammerable, but if you get compressed sand, let's just see if I can get some more sand. Yeah, if I compress you, can I put you in the sag mill to turn into dust? Looks like it. Yep, goes into compressed dust, that's why. So if you get compressed dust, you can then dump that into heavy sieves, but in our case we can also just dump it straight into our light sieve once we decompress it. So that's just going to take one more, and then we can just decompress that. And there we go, we got nearly a full stack of dust. I can dump it back in our sieve, and it'll get processed here just like everything else, and of course we can feed this to make it go faster. There you go. Off it goes. Fine, so that's working well. I do need to sort something out as far as automatic processing for those, but I think we're done for the episode for today. We are going to wait a little while for Britannia because it's going to take so much mana to do Terra Steel. I think we might just be able to get 1 ingot out of that. If I remember rightly, I mean, I'll give it a try. I think we've got everything we need, so 1, 2, and 3 will work automatically. Let's see how much mana that takes. It probably will take it all. Watch it just drop. There we go. So yeah, there is enough for 1 Terra Steel, but we need 9 for the block. So yes, that may take a little bit more time to do. But yeah, it's certainly not hard to do at this point. You just have to click the stuff onto the block. Or drop them onto the block somehow, and that all works. If I remember rightly, I used to drop them from a chute that made out of glass, but like this, you can just right-click them onto these now, so that's straightforward and no problem. So yeah, we'll need to wait for that to fill up. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the episode. Next episode, we'll probably finish off the Britannia stuff, and then we need to get onto the sort of crafting area of AE2, so there's plenty to go. But once we get onto that, we can start the Singularity crafting, and that will form the 5th piece of the Crossroads quest, which is these 4, and then that turns into basically the prerequisite for the diamond pickaxe, which is how we get through this wall. So yeah, we'll see you next time. If you care to join us, feel free to click on the like button if you enjoyed the episode. Otherwise, let me know why in the comments if not, or if you've got tips and tricks, let me know in the comments for other playthrough, for the people who are playing through. Otherwise, as always guys, thanks for watching.